Yeah, FUT has been playing this, so not a huge surprise in the Prime Gaming agent select.
Appreciate
but they
you.
play this comp
Yeah, I
really
always see
well.
you in chat as well.
The main thing
So
I'm
thank you
looking
for
at
that.
is when they
Thanks for
switch
being
to the
there.
attacking side, how predictable are they? Because with this Gecko, I felt like they were really often telegraphed.
Okay, they still
how
stick
they
to the
were using
Gecko. I mean, this
dizzies
didn't
on
look
the
great
execute,
last
and better
time, but they
teams were
pick
punishing
it.
that. But they start on
So
defense, where I think they play this comp really well, especially for the retakes that were so great in map 1, Baby Bay.
Yeah, and I thought that
wait, Munchkin and Carpe have switched roles.
Maps would be an advantage to them, but after watching how they played that attack on Pearl, I'm not confident in that anymore. And I just feel I hope I get to see them work a little bit more.
This is a bit
maps.
weird,
Even though
to be
this
honest.
is a completely different map and it's played differently, I still think that they need to find.
Wait, Adder, yeah, Atter and Mr. Fallon have switched roles.
Get the utility out a little bit, before they decide to pick a site and
What the hell's going on?
Because I think that the game plan of FUT right now, they just read them perfectly.
It has to be Zeta to bring this team back.
What
The
is this?
IGL.
Sadza, what's up, bro? Sadza with the 4 months.
Have
Thanks so much, dude.
adaptability, to be able to go for these
Appreciate the
fast
4 months,
executes
mate.
and
Thanks
also
for the prime.
slow the game down and work the map. They need to play into that mid-rounding, which has been a
Freaky
strength
Friday,
for T1
yeah.
in the past, but I think they really failed to harness on Pearl.
Yeah, and without a doubt, there's going to be like the nerves, right?
They got
the
agent
caution
T-shirts now?
that
I didn't
T1 had
realize that was a
probably
thing.
a bit more while they were playing. Certainly could maybe lead to them feeling a bit overwhelmed with the moment here. They're going to need to shut down this FUT team early.
Think of what these players have accomplished in the past. You have champions from different games. You have players who have had already
Streamer too big to read your message. Trust me, I'm trying to read the
go
messages.
Early, to go to lower
Just
bracket
sometimes,
in champions, the
sometimes
biggest
they get
tournament,
lost.
After all the improvements you've had this year, would be a massive disappointment for T1. So the pressure is on right now for them to recover in the second.
You want to know where to watch
100%.
the
All eyes are gonna be on
VODs,
T1,
bro? I
but can
can't.
FUT close it out
Dude, I
in
might
two?
even
Let's send it
have
back over
time to
Midge and
spam
Tom
this.
for the call.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
it's been an incredible start to FUT's run
This
here
is
in Los
where you can watch
Angeles,
the VODs.
but it isn't over
Just
yet.
in time.
Now
Okay,
it's their
we
map
start off on
choice,
this one. Thanks
and
for
we
asking.
are
FUT
certainly
on
not
defense,
slowing
T1
down
on
the side
attack.
of T1. Had a lot of fast-paced
Are we going to
takes.
see any mid
Kicking
rounding
off
from
this
T1,
map,
or
it's
is it
just the
literally just the
same
same
side
thing
denied
over and
that
over
early
again? This
fight,
is
though.
the
The
best mid,
Cloudburst
one of the
gonna
best maps
stay
to
up
mid
for
round
long.
on.
Their safe haven deteriorating out of Captain Falls too. Maj putting up a good performance, but not good
I mean, this
enough.
will go down
It's
to a
left
1v1
down
no
to
matter
the
what.
Gecko of Cracks. And Tom, we've seen Gecko quite a bit. It
He's
hasn't
got
been
flash.
something to write home about for the side of FUT so far.
Flash and
I
do,
don't
bro.
even know if he'll use any
Yeah,
of
there we
it.
go. It's
Just
a
needs
1v1.
to land the shots, and that's where Cracks sees
Dude, nicely done. Big 1v2 from him as well. Okay, well, doesn't start any better for T1 on this one.
1v2 to kick things off. I believe from the last map they had some like 80+%
Man, we're just meant to. It's just meant to be.
4v5
Meant to have all the
conversion rate.
1v1s
It's
there.
truly unbelievable what this team is able to do. And right off the bat, that confidence is off the charts. Now, one of the things is, I agree with the desk. I think the initial showing of this composition of Gecko was great. Like when they were playing it in EMEA, it looked strong. Then they tried to bring it to the international stage, and they got bullied, like even losing to attacking Sol, which on this map. So I'm waiting to see if they have managed to adapt, find anything new, but I'll be honest, at the moment...
Okay, in terms
it hasn't really
of
looked
this
like they've
one,
needed to
okay,
throw in anything
we've
new
straight up
versus the side of
adopted
T1.
the
They have been able
whole.
to win out a lot of these
They've looked at all the
gunfights just
Fnatic
off
demos, they've worked it
individual
out,
brilliance.
and they've adopted everything that Fnatic do in
Very
terms
much
of
so.
in terms of how they want to approach the second round, whether it's the team getting a bye, which means they all buy, or them not getting a bye where they go a little bit less, and they kind of make their bonus a little bit better. So this is cool.
Move on to the second
Some more
here.
teams just
It's,
adopting all of the kind of
decent bit
protocols.
fighting potential.
Fnatic
For
buy
Sheriffs
stingers, it
for the
depends.
side of
If
T1,
they don't
already
plant,
getting up
then
close.
they'll buy like one stinger
Looking
and
for some
a
opportunities.
marshal. If they do
Found
plant, they're
some,
only
not
buying one
converted.
marshal, and then you
Shot
just see
after
double
shot,
bulldog a
landing
lot of the
for
time.
Kiwi. That Marshall dangerous in a round like this. Nobody has shields.
So yeah, it's all
So
round to
just
what actually
shred
happens in the
straight
round
through them.
itself, honestly.
Interesting that you have even flank attempts
And
coming
this is
through.
the
This isn't
straight
kind
up
of
this is
round
the
where I'd
second
expect
team that
players
I've seen to do
try
this.
to
That's
get
it.
behind
So it's
with
still pretty
weapons
fresh
like
at the
a
moment.
bulldog, but it will pay off.
Very nice though. We get no damage done at all. Perfect bonus.
Very clean.
Money's
side
like
of FUT.
really good.
Now the last couple of times
We'll see how
T1
much damage
played
they can
this
do on
map,
this.
it was versus EDG, and they
Do they want to
definitely
now do the
struggled to
Fnatic
pin
where we
down
drop
the
the
likes of
Marshal and we
Cam?
actually
Well,
buy a rifle into
whether or
this?
not you rate
I'm not
Kiwi
sure
quite
they
as
will,
highly, he
because
definitely has the
honestly,
same confidence,
this can
so
be an
I don't
op.
think anybody's going to question that amount.
All they do is they
This is an
change it.
important round. Still a few weapons to play with
So
here.
straight
for
up buy
FUT,
from T1, but Mr.
ultimately
Fallon
this is
and
where
Kiwi change
T1
guns.
should get right back onto the board. And I'm liking this. We're seeing this more from Cracks.
Who else has done it
A lot
apart
of
from Fnatic?
early
No one
mollies
else. It's literally
instantly
just
being
FUT now.
popped. Same happened on the last map as well.
He was super aggro with Kiwi as well, so this makes a lot of sense as to why these two changed guns when we actually have a fast exec down. Omen Flash, maybe there's a breach stun that I missed. I imagine it was like imagine it was actually breach stun, Omen Flash like this, and then we managed to get this set up. So that's why the gun was switched. We get a lot of info for free. And this is interesting because T1 actually, with the aggression, might have to start mid-rounding. And honestly,
as we said, this is a squad
haven't really seen that. At least on the fast map, we didn't see it at all. Stun was from B.
Discipline has improved a lot. I mean,
since the early days, definitely.
Yeah, right?
Go back to the VLRs, yeah, definitely.
It's a much
Tower getting early info. Alarm bot getting early info, so good to see a big rotate with this. The turret goes off, and we just pivot. We just do 1-1.
Sire leading the charge, and he will find that
T1 a crazy one-dimensional.
But his teammates at least trying to
Tell you what though, 4 people on site, they managed to win them out. That's a good sign. Let's see if they can do that again on the buy rounds. But dude, if I'm FUT and I'm watching this, I'm over-rotating like mad. And honestly, they did over-rotate like mad, so shout out to the kind of prep for this one.
The switch up of Ada Captain taking over that controller. The same for Carpe, taking over Sentinel. Slight role switches, but
still a good sign for T1 though, honestly managing to win this so well. Let's see how clean it is.
Anything he can find will be nice, but Carpe is going to land that shot and a much cleaner start to this second map for T1, as they will get themselves around with 4 players alive.
Yeah, we're still seeing the same thing we heard from Baby Bay over.
Take a sip every time I say one-dimensional, bro. If it's, I didn't realize T1 were like this. I don't know if they've like regressed since I've seen them, but
previously ran, FUT were able to respond every single time, and then adding in the fact that this is a squad that likes to concede space and take you down with wall bangs on the way through, or even just shots through the smoke.
T1 weren't like this, yeah. Dude, I would have noticed it. I would have noticed it and it would have stuck in my mind more. So I don't know if it's just like game plan from fast map mixed in with, I think we're only 3 rounds in, right?
Slight adaptation. This time, though, it is direct. Very direct indeed. The first 20 seconds of the round may have gone, but already into the site they go.
Okay,
and,
well,
you mentioned smoke
yeah, it's a smoke kill for smoke kill.
Yeah, Maj managed to catch them on the way through. That's the problem. They knew where he was spamming
okay, so big important person right now is Atta. We'll keep an eye on the smokes. How are we going to do this? Do we know the smoke protocols? We'll keep an eye on it. We've got the flash for retake. I mean, we have a lot for retaking over towards the site.
It's good information to play with. Thrash on the way through, and it catches nobody. They've sidestepped it completely. Not going to be retrievable in its current position. Ada Captain falls, and T1, they are in with a serious chance now, locking these players out of control. A quick double kill.
Damn, they're crazy right now playing this spike. I can't believe he was facing this at the end. Okay, nicely done from T1 in the end, though. Maybe a little bit, I mean, sure, confidence, I guess.
Really placed in a position. I think the only players that actually could have caught were his own teammates if it went a little bit deeper. Opportunities to find something with that, but T1 have managed to hold on in this post-pass.
I don't know if they were missing some util or if like a wingman or the ult felt like it checked backside, but felt like that needed to get checked. Maybe it was just because he thought like his molly was going to check here after, or like clear here, I'm not entirely sure.
Certainly the feeling of recovery for that squad.
Op saved, go down to Nico. Is the op going over towards short? Stun's going to go short though. Stun's going to hit him.
It's Kiwi they have to avoid.
Looks like T1 have done some good research in terms of where he likes to peek from.
And that's already half the task out of the way.
Dash on this one. Stun for a stun.
It slowed T1 slightly, but it has ultimately denied Kiwi's opening aggression. He wanted to be here with that operator. He wanted to be taking the fight down on short. Instead, look at where FUT are forced to go. Right out of the site.
Nice
Playing
shot.
way back. Kiwi's
yeah,
still
Smoke
good
just
for
had
one.
that
But again, it comes
little
down to
gap
the
in
weaknesses that are backing him up on this hold. Really nothing to work with, and if it's that not the operator finding the kill,
oh my, we put the
chances
killjoy
go
onto
way
this
down.
one.
Yeah, he's got the Blade Storm for the next round, so was willing to take a risk.
How are we doing it? One person's gonna try and do some damage. Maybe.
Trying to hold on the edge of it, and he's
Oi, he got the second.
thought maybe one
And
at
he's
best.
delayed them
Okay,
so
sure, he's gonna go
much.
down, but he's
Okay,
already
nicely done.
cost
I'm
the
surprised they put
entirety
the
of round.
I'm surprised they put the ult
Cracks
into this, to be
again,
honest with you.
reduce the
But it's one of those things
finances
where it's
rolled through, and
early
you know
on,
what,
you
Mr.
still want to
Fallen
do
should get out
damage,
of
make
there
sure
with
the
an
economy
operator.
doesn't get out of control.
Considering the
So I'm
investment,
not
it's
like
too bad, but
massively
more importantly,
against it.
I'm liking the goal.
That
of
really
Zeta.
paid
A
off,
little bit
though.
more
Zeta-
aggressive, a
it
little
was
bit
Zeta,
more
right?
up
Yeah,
in
he
the
didn't
faces
sing.
of FUT, something that I think was missing in the previous map. And well, they are going to get themselves the lead for it.
Yeah, it's interesting, you know, in a round like that, you think that without the Hunter's Fury, there's nothing that Zeta can do to get value out of the lockdown, but, wow, certainly does it. Leaving it down to the literal last second as well to go
That's
for that
outrageous.
spray and catches both of them. That's got to be so frustrating. Because, look, if it wasn't for those kills, you see the potential there, even with the 1v2 at the end.
have a
That
big
could have
smile
went their
after
way.
that.
They would have had smokes online to try and deny some of the line of sight. When
There
they go
is
for the defuse.
so many
3
ults right now.
rounds,
We
and
do
that's
a
the lead for
classic,
T1.
an absolute
Apologies, that's
classic.
gonna be
Who
the
would have
one on
thought?
the
So overall, you go
purely
towards
based off
C.
that blade storm.
It's almost as if it's
Multiple players. In fact, the whole
outrageously
team setting up
good.
exactly where Kiwi's going to be
Molly
going. He's
goes
got to get out of there
down as
very
well.
quickly. The counter util's been good.
Wait, this
Saya
this
player
hit's pretty cool.
is going to meet those blades. I feel like this
They
is a
wanted to
moment
do the
where if you're
EG strat
T1,
where you
go,
dash down, and then obviously if you don't see anyone, you can
don't really
updraft and
fancy
see
heading
all of
into that
this.
site. Still looking to check
Then they
if
add an
that
Omen
control's
flash,
been
we have the
taken by
stun,
their
and then on top of it
opponents,
we had
but they
a
are now gonna start
mosh
feeling out
pit
the map a
from
little
B
bit
that
more.
actually
Yeah,
gets
their
like
issue is just
majority
how
of this.
little control
It's
they can
pretty
actually
cool.
hold
Actually
on
gets
to.
on top of
Not
this box
having,
as well,
like,
which is
your
interesting,
turret
right?
even
This one
sat
in the
on
corner
middle. These
here.
players could have
So
pushed
you
down.
can't
They
hide
could
in
be
that corner, so you
the
kind of
window
force
by
out
now,
into the
wrapping
open.
up
So it's
behind.
actually a pretty sick strat from
That's
FUT.
not even talking about the A site. You know,
still going this
ultimately,
way.
when you start around like this, a minute in, your only
It's a
opportunity
big
is
kill.
to go
Does he
towards
want to
C, but
insta
with
ult
Kiwi
back sight
down,
because he knows
that
he's there?
opportunity now
They
is
could
a little
definitely
bit
go
more
back sight.
promising. Good
Oh
start
my
right
goodness.
away,
And he
but
committed the ult.
follow-up, the thing of legends.
knows he's
Sure,
here.
Mr.
Oh,
Fallen
man, it's
will
good
go
damage,
down,
though.
and some damage is found as well. But they managed to stall out that C push. And from the shadows, used to fake out that they're taking this to A. The fake is not sold, though. FUT still have 2 players here. One in the form of Adacaptain, the other being Cracks, and that angle is certainly held down by
Okay, nicely
Cracks.
done. Yeah, I
Well
really
done
like this
for
round
FUT to
from
find a
FUT,
third.
by the way. The original
I
plan
feel
was
like
pretty
you could
cool
always
as well.
rely on that man when it
They
comes
had
to getting a double kill, and
they had a lot for it, and I don't
how,
know
just with the
if
spam through the smokes,
I don't know
was a
if it was
stun
because they
through.
had
I'm also just looking
the
at
knights,
Adacaptive right now
or
with
if
0
they had
kills
like
and
looked
11
into how
assists.
T1
It's
liked to
one of
maybe
the
use the
most
server all
ridiculous
over
stat
towards
lines
C.
we've had
But either
so
way,
far in
it
this
was a nice
tournament.
round
See
to
how
do
many
it.
that continues on to, but just really clean individual fights. And I do think that's one of the aspects of T1 that has been missing a little bit. It's very difficult versus FUT. They're extremely high when it
Wait,
comes
11
to the
assists? Who has
skill
11
ceiling,
assists
but
so far?
they haven't been
Wait, he
trading
has
effectively,
11
and just
assists in
allowing
6
players
rounds?
like that to almost take
That's
over.
wild.
Early stun, and Kiwi already taking that space. He's going to get one for free. No, it's actually a miss.
Well, he's got the drone
Dude,
at
he
least,
really does
but
like
not
short.
quite the same reward.
Uh-oh.
Gets back in time to be caught by the Rolling Thunder. Pretty much out of this round for a few seconds, and he'll be caught by Ban, who's doubling up on the site. Mr.
Oh
Fallen
my goodness.
catches them blinded up on site before he's dropped, but they can't get ahead in the fight. It's still
Dude,
Maj
these rounds are
left in a
crazy because we're not
1v2.
even like
T1 have got the
we're
plant
over
in.
rotating again,
Now they
so
can hold
fine
this
with
down
how they've been
together,
playing.
even looking to double swing
Damn,
in,
first
and
time we don't
double
actually get a
not
1v1
needed.
as well.
Munchkin
It's kind of
quick
nice.
to the trigger. The lead stays with T1.
Money's a
It's
little bit
just
low.
a
This can be a
brawl.
drop, I think, on top
Such
of it as well.
direct
So we
hits coming
should
in
see a
from
buy into
T1.
this one. One passer struggles a
Utility
little bit.
was solid
Anyways.
off the bat. Like Kiwi was completely screwed, but again in those moments you just see someone from FUT come alive. Mr.
Yeah, this is
Fallen
a big round. We
making
could
this
see a
one look
pause
competitive for a second,
if
but
they
this
wanted
time, T1 is there on the trade.
It's a pretty big round
That's the
for
thing,
everyone
like,
involved.
Some of these rounds have genuinely been over within the first 25 seconds, just with how
12
pacey
assists.
T1 have been going in with the hits.
That's
It's
so
only
funny.
if they're denied by initial util that they stop, and by the looks of things this round they're going into A in the same sort of pace.
Oh boy.
Oh my, look how quickly the pushes come through from Adacaptain. Sure, there's a fight, a brawl, in fact, going down on short, but
I mean,
have
they got
full
some
middle
cool
control
fast
as
strats
well.
with
At the
some of their
same
ults.
time, you know, FUT
There's a fast strat with the fish ult, fast strat
give
with
it up.
the
late into the round,
with
probably
the
good that they did. That lockdown
Jet
could
ult
be
that we've
served
seen
to
so
fake
far
out
from
and
FUT.
rotate back
They got
across
some
the
new
map, but
stuff.
more likely just to sit in position and claim the space afterwards. FUT will be conceding it all.
Yeah, at least they didn't manage to get the thrash back, but that early usage again, just trying to deny the same sort of push that came through in the last round, and The rest of the team looking to build up in this
We still have drone.
Still
have drone and recon. Man, I'm not sure he needs to do that when we have drone and recon.
To get them back in, they don't need it.
I felt like they didn't need to do this with the util, even though it's a 4v5. I feel like they had some good util. I think they kind of overfought the 4v5, or maybe we didn't have comms coming in.
You ever will have seen, and they're already spamming into the smoke. They know where he is.
Okay, nice retake in the end. Yeah, went a little bit aggro. I think they, again, in their head, 4v5, a lot of the time you are meant to go a little bit aggro to try and get a kill. But I think because of the util, at least that I saw on Sova, I was feeling a little bit confident that they could have won that.
T1, it's been...
I don't know if I was missing an ult that they had or anything like that.
Seen previously, and they're going to go for a timeout to attempt to recover on what has been a shakier, more recent memory. Losing 2 of the last 3 rounds, that retake in particular, I think will have them shaking a little bit because they got completely outpaced on the way back through.
Yeah, I think one of the things they're sort of struggling with is if FUT managed to read where that early contact is going to come in, because of the pace of their hits, the second it seems like they get disgruntled or disrupted in what they're doing, the round just falls apart. And this one...
We got ST Carney with the Prime. Welcome into the Slug God, mate. Thank you for doing that, bro. I appreciate that a lot, mate. Thanks for using your Prime. Welcome in.
And then seconds later, you just have player after player trying to take a risk to get them back into the round. Like,
I think yesterday was the... Oh my goodness. I think yesterday was the most amount of Prime subs I've ever had. I'm not entirely sure how many it was, but I looked at the thing. It was crazy amount of Primes. So shout out to the Prime users. Thanks so much. Yeah, I need to get the sub count back because we're close to all-time high.
The finances have been broken. So that's going to be the
decision. The Arsenal raid yesterday, that was also true, yeah.
We've raved about it already throughout this series. He can definitely take rounds.
Yeah, I'll get that sorted. I'll get the well, I say I'll get it sorted for tomorrow.
I'm still looking at the assist count. He's got his first kill, but he's up to 13. I wonder how many of those are just from placing.
IQ Haku as well with the 5 months. Thank you for sending that, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Pretty easily, but
all right, so that round itself, like we said, was a big swing round. Forced them down to an eco. We got 1 hero gun, which was bought from Zeta, dropped over towards Saya. Maybe they want to do something fast. In terms of T1, we are 2 maps in, and I have not seen. I've not seen like map control hold mid rounds at all. I've just seen set plan, map control, we go, and it's worrying me. It is worrying me.
And that puts them in a bit of a rough spot. Their flank protection not there, and well, their flank wide open. Krax has walked into it.
There's a reason the Turkish players only play the Vandal.
3 pass and walk push.
It's normally because of the
this is the hero gun, and honestly, the fact they get over towards the C side, they killed the person that was kind of the threat on C with a lot of this, so it's not too bad. Killjoy's down, so no alarm bot behind, so I'm not sure they're going to expect the 3-person push from C long.
Look how fast this flank is, though. Nobody actually watching in this direction. In fact, Zeta could be in trouble here. Currently using his drone, he goes jumping back and spots half of the team. The stun has caught him as well. There is no chance for him to survive this one, and in fact, at a captain,
the breach eater was
he
great.
May be getting assists, but he can also frag in his own right as well.
Had to get another assist at the end there as well. At least he got some kills here as well.
This round for FUT. They're gonna regain
what do we have here?
We
got Gravo as well. Gravo with the 2 months. Thank you so much, bro. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Jayco as well with the Prime new member. Welcome in. Thank you for that. Aelus with the gifted as well. Thank you so much, Aelus. You gifted to any gifters or so. Backstab Razeri as well with the Prime new member. Welcome in. Valorant_noob as well with the 5 months. Thank you for that, dude. Thanks for the kind words as well, bro. And Ryuzaki FPS as well with the 2 months. Thank you for that. What remaining opening matchups am I looking forward to? I'll tell you what, I'm actually really looking forward to Zeta Fnatic. I just have, again, I'm not saying Zeta are going to win, but have a little bit of faith in them. I hope it's not misplaced. But yeah, I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. I think if Laz is looking on form,
again, this is something the desk mentioned. Just try and
Sugar Zero is looking on form. Basically, if they look like last round's qualifier form, they can do some close games, and then maybe a double pistol, they start winning maps. But yeah, a lot of stuff has to go right.
And now T1, they start to build into this site once again, but they have got to be wary of the spams.
Yeah, it was a nice shot onto Munchkin already. He's in danger. I think It might have been him going for that orb. One away from Rolling Thunder now.
NRG are coming out swinging this land, I'm telling you. Ardis Chamber.
Just looking at the map, you can see
it's going to be one of those things where we're like, why was Ardis not in people's top 16s? Because they're going to be setting him up well with the chamber. That's what I'm calling. I'm excited to be wrong. Only one person here, good luck. Oh my god. Okay, bro. He's got all the luck. What the hell? That was sick. Yeah, he was straight up on his own for this. I don't mind the overpeak. Why not try to do the damage? Money's low. Won the round already.
But with
What a
just a
god.
couple of seconds left on that clock, I think we know this round is going.
It's the first time where T1 have actually like
will the rifle be carried through? The timing was nearly
done a bit. It's kind of because their original plan got wrecked.
That's the thing. What a round from the side.
And it was the first time I haven't seen like more than 3 members over towards here. We literally just had an Ohm on his own. Next rotate was like about to get over towards the site.
Control that was still held. Then when all the information gets spotted, and a captain on his own
Damn, bro.
just walks into the site. The rest of the team trying to use util to set him up, but honestly he didn't need it. It just went completely unchecked. It was like T1 in their mind went, okay, we have sold this fake. They're going to be on C. There's no way there's anybody in the corner. And that's mistakes you can't afford to give because we've already seen it throughout this game so far. The players on FUT, each in their own right, will destroy you if they give them a moment's notice. Back to the pacey rounds. Rolling Thunder
good luck.
again. This is where they had
Might be able to get out of there.
Rounds. This time, though,
Ooh, that's not a good smoke.
Kiwi, well, again,
They got
uncharacteristic, but
they got away with one there. Oh man.
And he catches that one. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right, Kiwi over to the rifle. You know he's going to be used to claim some space in the way through. Stun held. Mr. Fallen's caught at least one with that. Aftershock for down below, and that's a free kill. Zeta was caught in the turret. In the drone, I should say. Saya player is good for a double before being shut down. The operator doing a hell of a lot of heavy lifting on the way back into A. And another successful retake for the side of FUT. T1 starting to slip up, losing their lead.
Yeah, and I also think FUT are actually improving the way they're playing this A site quite a bit.
I mean, they're a unit. Like, FUT are a unit. The only time I've seen them not fight together was at the last round. This smoke, though, is horrendous, bro.
They fall back. Like, Moj just gets out of there immediately and just lets
like the retake here was good.
Now you're going into the same retake that you were already winning with an extra player on side. So if FUT are improving things as they go along...
The thing is, as well, I'm watching some of these rounds, and because they're using no map control, like, the reason that this is so high, the reason this is 16 right now, is they're not manipulating the map anywhere, so he doesn't have to, he never has to use his smokes anywhere. Even when we're retaking, he's got like double smoke for retakes, just because he hasn't had to put anywhere, because we're not seeing any map control. It is just, we retake map control, we hit site. And then Dubrod just has 50 smokes.
Allowed to recover. Will he be spotted after? No, not before he can grab a
so
kill.
So we go over towards C again.
Refreshed. And the site seems to be theirs. Even that judge going to be quite scary, as exactly for that reason. It's up close. It's able to spam in the smoke. And if anything goes awry, he has that Blade Storm still to fall back on. This could be a tough fight for Kiwi.
Yeah, I almost feel like at this stage,
it is a hard retake.
Mistake. And while Carpe's doubled up, kept this further into their favor. Kiwi will be able to get one, and actually Mr. Fallen's found another.
2v5 technically. Should still be impossible, especially with Munchkin doing this move.
With an isolated player within the smoke, Munchkin has a chance to put this one to bed. As Mr. Fallen is now all that remains.
A nice reposition from him. Okay, nicely done. Honestly, I think they should be happy they got 5. Especially with the pistol going the way of FUT. We ended on 16 assists, but I'm telling you, these 16 assists are just because he's holding on to his smoke so well. So it's like, shout out to him, but it's also, this is a great indication of just T1 just, again, I'm saying it, one-dimensional. Very, very, very one-dimensional.
And with the context of how it began, maybe they wanted that little bit more. At the end of the day, though, there's some serious signs of life on that FUT side. They've come in for revenge on the international stage. They want to take a couple dubs home this time. An impressive beginning. 7-5 at the half, and a third half needed
You
for
and
FUT.
Morsi will give 25
to
gifted
take this
each
all
if
the
my
way. Let's
entire
see what the
pick'ems are
desk makes
wrong.
of their
Bro, there's a
chances.
really good chance my entire pick'ems are wrong. I need the Chinese teams to step up
And
then.
now we're all curious whether or not T1 has
Like,
it in
I
them
need
to
the
be
Chinese
able to
teams to
bring
really
this back,
step up
force that map
if that's
3.
going to
But let's
happen.
jump
But
into
honestly,
this
I'm
real
feeling
fast
way
because
more
it did
confident
feel like
with
T1,
that than
baby,
most of the other
we're
stuff.
starting to
So yeah, maybe.
recognize some of the faults in the situations that they found
I'm down
themselves
for
in.
it.
But the
22 thy bully
it's not
with the
quite
5
there yet,
months.
and
Thank
that's
you
not
so
what
much
I
for
had
that, bro.
expected
Appreciate
here
that.
at
We've
Champions
got
for
as
T1.
well.
Yeah, like
Thank
from
you
the
for the
first
3
go-round, I
months,
was,
mate.
like, so
Appreciate that.
surprised. I was
Frankie
like, wait, like,
Mulder
they're actually
with the
waiting
Prime
and
as well.
letting
2 months.
FUT
Thank you,
flood
thank
in, and
you.
they, like, realized it.
Diablo
I'm like, oh, yeah, like, they
underscore
realized that they're flooding in
Destardo
and they can actually just punish them.
with the
Yeah.
3 months as
And
well. A
then
lot of 3
later in the
months.
half, they just
Thank you so
revert
much,
back to,
everyone.
like, cutting these
And
corners
Jaws
and
with the
not waiting
bits.
for that
Thank you,
flood,
dude.
and you have Captain just going in and just killing 3 people, like just sliding in the sights. Like we cannot be cutting these corners, and we have to be aware that FUT is a team that likes to flood. Their retakes are awesome. So, like, I mean, they at least they made the adaptation a little bit. But you know, I was hoping
XOZ with the gifted. We
And
got
FUT,
8.
on
We
the other
said we
hand,
wouldn't
were
read
really
out
good
names,
to
but
adapt
honestly, I got a
to
little bit
that,
of
to take
time.
a little
So,
bit
Charlie,
more
let's get some
time,
slugger
not
proofs
always
in. Let's
playing
read out
for
some
the
names.
flood,
Thank you for the 8
sometimes getting
gifted.
into these set
Bringing you up
retakes,
to
which work really well,
910
but then
altogether.
providing the
That's
flash or the
stupid,
stun
man.
with that Gecko
Thank you so
Dizzy,
much.
and they've gotten
We
themselves
got
a
Jimpy's
really
My Power,
strong
Joy's
half
Ride,
here. 5 rounds
Beat
on
Nick.
defense is great,
Wait.
at least,
Oh,
and they've got
what
even
the hell,
more than
Isaacs?
that.
What are you
And
doing?
for Krax,
Beat Nick
he was,
Bruise,
again, the player
Raber
taking
Q,
charge. He was the star on
Dunk,
Pearl, and here playing the Gecko
Dunk
as
or
well.
Scrape,
He's still
I can
looking
cast
so
Gracie,
comfortable.
2-headed
I was
Tartar,
impressed
and then on
mostly
top of that as well,
at how
Isaac's
well
getting
they were
involved with
able
10
to
gifted,
give
bringing him up
areas
to
of the map
820
and
altogether.
re-clear
We
with
got Harry
Krax's
FPS Link
Yeah,
6,
that is
Stuzen,
most definitely a thing
YL.
that, you know, again, you want to see
What?
this kind of player, right, pop off in these moments like this and to be so consistent.
Yildressa,
On
I
the different
think.
Asian on Pro, but to do it
Yeah,
here
why not?
with the Gecko
Mar
as
underscore
well shows
KZ,
how
Joe
much work
Furry,
this team has put
Joff,
in. Let's send it back
Maxi
over
Max,
to the casters.
4012, Light 6, and Desco
Thank you so
Deslo.
much, Golden
Thank
Boy
you,
and
Isaac, for the
Des.
gifted.
Yes,
Thank you,
half 2 is
XOZ, for
ready
the
to
gifted.
kick
If
off.
you heard
Just
your
a
name,
few
make sure you say
seconds
thank
until
you
the
as well.
barriers go up,
Appreciate
and
you too.
T1's
Thanks for doing that,
defensive
both of
side
you.
gets put to the test. Now this is certainly not the
Dude,
most difficult.
you two have
right?
some
They're
mad
only 2
numbers, you really
behind,
do.
but the pistol round, I think,
Why they
carries a
always,
fair
why they
bit of
always
weight in
together
this
as
game.
well? Why are you so
Yeah, it's
organized?
definitely not been their strong suit so far, and although they may be Gecko
Okay.
runners themselves,
Thank you for
they
saying
definitely
Pickles,
don't run
thank
it
you.
on this map, so it's gonna be something that they have to be prepared
I'm not even sure
to
you got a
adapt
gifted
to.
one, Pickles, to be honest with you,
Splashes,
but
we
I respect
definitely see players
respect
stare
you being
right
nice.
into the eye
All right, let's see if where are
Dizzy a
where are
couple
we
of
with
times.
pistols? It's
Counters
2-1
already.
1-0, right?
Trying to
In terms of
help
this
out
map.
Carpe, but already being spotted by the wingman. He is going to have to fade off
Yeah.
of this one. B site looks to be the point of call for FUT, but with Killjoy Util and a contact player in Munchkin, you'd have to hope for T1 they can get something on the entry here.
Well,
Wait.
Kiwi's got some control. A player spotted as well.
Wait,
Look
that
for the
Omen flash, though.
That's an execution.
Beautiful paranoia.
Munchkin down immediately. The paranoia even stopped the players further back from peeking out to help.
Got a smoke for this room.
Ready to
Got a
swing.
smoke for him?
Carpe and ban.
Side
and
doesn't
both
have a smoke
been
fist.
found
Damn,
by
nice
Kiwi.
peeks to this
They
as
didn't
well.
take the
Dude,
fight
their
earlier.
Util's
They were
good,
forced into
though.
it later. This is looking rough.
It was 3-0. It's a double
blocked
pistol
out
for FUT.
completely. And even that late flank
Okay,
that
so it's
they're
about to be
attempting
4-0
with
with
player,
pistols.
there might not be
Oh,
anything
man.
left to flank. They have enough bodies to cover more or less every single angle at this point. And once they catch out Zeta, it gets tough. Oh, wow.
Give
yeah,
it to him.
well, we won't even talk about that for
I
Saya
see
because it's
that.
an
Wait, no
ace
assist for this?
Kiwi.
This
Kicking
is
off
stun not on?
half two with
Okay, nice
style.
pistol ace.
See, this
Nice
is the
pistol
thing, like,
ace.
I know we
4
go
and
back a
0.
couple of years.
Good.
We
I tell you
talk
what
about the
though,
old
look
school,
at
maybe
these
like a
assists that are
supermassive
coming in.
blaze, Turkish
Like
power,
17,
and it was just
11.
Run in, get headshots,
Omen
get all of the
flash
kills.
for that.
You look at those first 3 kills for Kiwi.
Breach flash
every
for
single
this.
player was blind.
Yeah.
Supportive
Single
flash
jolt.
of the
We'll give him that one. That was all
Pop
him.
flash came through as well
Stun
from Mr. Fallen.
did get
The
dodged
last
though.
player, I think, was
But
split
kinda
second
has to
away
dodge
from
it, goes
getting
down to the
stunned.
open.
Obviously, they're moving
Yeah,
as
you gotta
well. It
thank
might
your
not count
teammates
as
for
an
that one.
assist, but it definitely was one. That was just a beautiful round, setting up the superstar of FUT. Exactly what you want to see from the likes of them. And now, well, if the start
Aces,
in both halves has gone as badly
we've
as
seen
this, can we see
3.
some sort of response? Saya, well, there's definitely no fear here.
3 or
but there
2.
is
Someone else
lot
got an
more
ace
waiting.
yesterday, right?
That's going to be destroyed. That gives Anna Captain a chance to protect. Okay, that was very That's very
Didn't someone in
optimistic
Loud
from
get one, or am I
Zeta that
just
there would be
tripping?
no one there, and they're still trying to find him. And a captain just lurking around the back lines has caused them, well, mass amounts of problems.
Yampi got the fast one.
Good luck to Ban and get more than this. Already spotted out and dealt with. Spidey sense is good for Ada Captain, and 9 rounds
Only one
found.
going down
Lead
as well.
extending further
Yeah,
and further
crazy
in their
clean.
favor. And for T1, I do think that this is where they need to put a stop to it.
That
right
FUT might
about
sail
now, 'cause
through this group.
one more loss here,
Is that a-
push down to an eco,
like
and
it's
FUT
looking
are
good.
knocking
They can't lose this
on
round.
the home stretch. Yeah, very much so.
That's the thing. We're falling into the same position as last map. Like the early rounds looking so good for FUT and keeping them nice and clean. They're going to come in with a rifle. Kiwi only
It's a
two
good bonus.
away from getting that Blade Storm as well after farming up an ace in that prior round. And already they're going to take a lot of initial space into mid. This seems to be their pretty much their pressure. Look how aggressive he is! He's just got straight through!
Oh my god, this
Already
was
just
sick
decimating
though.
the side of T1.
Aye,
This was
they're
the round that they
prepped.
desperately needed to win. He's just opened things
They're
up with ease.
prepped.
Made it look like an eco-ton. I mean, they've
Yeah,
got
it's a
rifles on the other
double.
side. They were
The
ready,
Omen flash like this
watching
is
for that push
it
through.
hits the guy on
And it
short that
certainly
potentially
didn't
is
look
there,
like
and it
it.
hits the guy over towards
At
here
this
as well. And then
point,
we have a
if I'm
stun
looking
on
at the
top of
body
this.
language, looking at Ban's position
Wow,
on
they're
the
really
minimap,
prepped. This was a sick
it's a
round.
save. They've called for it. Mere seconds into the round, and you're 5v2
They got a
behind
lot of stuff. They've been
weaknesses
working
for
hard.
FUT. And well, not for much longer even. That a captain.
They're going to get them.
He's picking up a rifle. There you go.
I think they're expecting some sort of congestion here, but they've almost just had to give up
Yeah, it's been
on
cool.
this one. And you can't really blame them for it. It was such just a direct, fast-paced take. We spoke about like supportive utility and basically how that was utilized. They sent a stun and a paranoia through into sewers. So that was the ruse. It was like, yeah, we're pushing. You remember last round when we used all our util to kill you off in sewer, and then he just dashes straight into the A side and kills both players, or B side, sorry. That's insanity. I think there might have been a supportive flash, but I don't think it made a difference.
There's definitely an Omen
That was
flash
just
before
complete
this that he had to
distraction play
dodge.
from FUT, and T1, well, they fell for the bait.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah. Oh, they absolutely did. And you could see immediately they realized seconds into that second kill for Kiwi. Oh, we've been played.
I feel like
This
the
is done.
timeout's
This
coming
round is
pretty
over,
late
and they
from
go for the
T1
save.
as well.
Feeling dejected like that, just a couple of rounds into the second half, it's not going to be putting a smile on their face on the side of T1. In fact, a timeout has been called as this squad attempts to get to the bottom of their problems.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be a quick resolution found because they are running out of runway.
And that's the thing as well, the manner in which they're losing the rounds is just, again, like firstly...
It's over. It's over, man.
Just fantastic support.
Do I like the Gecko pick? They have some decent
switches
stuff
from
at the
FUT,
moment.
They seem to be so tuned in. And it's something we've spoken about many times when it comes to Turkish teams. It's that leadership.
FUT are 2 out of
So
4 for
somebody
bonuses
at the
right now.
helm to actually
Yeah, they
these
have some
adaptive ideas, these
they have
smart
some new
setups.
stuff,
You
and a
have to
lot of
give
the time they're
credit to the
using
coaching
a lot of their
staff
new
as well
stuff
for
into the
FUT, because
bonus
they
round
have come
itself.
into
Like
this
they're
game
really trying to snowball
ultimately
heavy.
with either
Like
people
on the
putting this
other
game
bonus,
level
we had
or in
the
T1's
dash
favor,
down.
and they have
We had the
looked
Omen
by
flash here,
far
stun
the
here,
better side into
mosh
this
pit
first
here,
matchup. Now, of course,
and it was the
as we
round
said,
where
we
they put the
expect
Marshall
that this
and the
might
Spectre
actually go as
switch.
Sideshow said, and end
So
up in
yeah,
a
they
rematch,
got a lot of
which
cool
I
stuff, and
can't
every
believe
single
I'm
time they're
saying
doing
that.
it in their
FPX are
bonus
probably
round to
gonna
try
win
and
the whole
make
group
this
now,
happen,
just based off
to
that
get the
curse,
good starts. And I mean, they're having very good
this is-
starts.
a rough position for T1 to be in. And just look at what they've got. 2 rifles, pistols, and on the other side of things, they've got everything to play with.
Nice
Oh
aggression.
man!
Saya's not only caught.
What
Whoa,
the?
that's-
Oh yeah, it's crazy
I don't know how he
aggro.
went
What's the
down
instant
there.
reaction
Sure,
from
the
this?
trade is
Group up
in.
over towards
Just
C.
another
We got a
remarkable
big
fight from
kill
Kiwi.
set up here though.
The advantage, though, is
Killjoy's
certainly
not gonna have a
falling
fun
into
time.
the court of T1. 2 rifles to work with. One of them is in the hands of Ban, who we see on the C side. Players coming from either angle. They know that Carpe is here now, and they'll shut him down. Only Ban left to find, and Krax does, well,
Big
makes
Joe.
it look easy.
21
left
HP.
alone. Still has his wingman to work with. Maybe the plant can go down. He can try to move to a post plant already, start the
Yeah,
flank.
he gets ult with this, but
Get his
it's
ult
kind
off
of
this
the
as
worst
well.
situation to have this ult
That's
in.
huge.
It's tough to use in these sort of scenarios. To isolate a player. If he
Dodges
gets
the
into
drone
the
as well.
1v1, you almost have to say that this round is his, and Zeta is going to
And the
try
recon.
and sell a ruse. Maybe that both players are coming in from that direction. Yet to move is going to be Munchkin. The spray's a little bit wild. He's going to go back into his opponent.
Okay, honestly though, we can't really blame him because Munchkin was playing crazy patient here. Crazy patient. Kind of thought they were both going to be flooding out together.
They find something. They dig deep and manage to get themselves back
1v1
into
of
this
course.
one. 10-6, still a hefty lead, and well, I think the finances are going to be okay for this one.
You still blame him? Well, because the stun was on the floor? Maybe. But he kind of committed already. Like, he got the knife out and then the stun happened, right?
Showing his prowess individually, that was 3 kills. And as you said, 20 HP there.
Did he even get stunned? I don't know if he did.
No, I think because he took his knife out and jumped so quickly, he avoids it, but
he's dead anyway.
Leaps straight into the waiting arms of his opponent. If he commits to having his knife out, doesn't try to switch? Just a wild swing.
You want to see at least this from okay, well there we go. I was going to say we want to see this all come out early from FUT.
Straight through, as said, he has farmed this all up so many times throughout this game.
Came up on the minimap, nice little, honestly nice Omen flash.
Dashing into the site, made space, but Carpe's done well. Instant trade again.
Big jaws, got to kill one.
Seems to come tumbling down. Ban at the back of site is the last.
Doesn't feel confident to fake TP. Wait, what a jaw!
But maybe he doesn't need that support. However,
a gun?
he know?
You got a teammate? Okay, teammate dead specking. Shout out to one of these two, whoever said it.
And it leaves just Cracks alone in this one. And again, T1.
Yeah.
They will hold the site, but mostly because of
respect.
Yeah, phenomenal round for Ban, and no better time for him to go stepping up. We were about to see things slip away, but now just 3 rounds behind.
It was a nice round from him, though. That second shot was really good.
As well. Some weaknesses for the side of FUT. This could be the start.
That one? Yeah, that was everything.
T1's redemption arc this year, seeing the barrel for so long. Good thing he was able to connect eventually. Captain thought he'd flown under the radar.
This might be one of those rounds where you see the confidence come to bite them a little bit. That was a lot of individual fights handed over to Ban. Everybody expecting
Money's
to
still
win
crazy
their
good.
battle themselves.
Oh
Kiwi, well,
boy.
We mentioned him going in solo every single time, but
damn, that's a huge Joel. Carpe's really bold with this one. Yeah, they kind of knew because of the early aggro. It's normally a 4-1, especially when you know the turrets have been over towards here a lot of the time. So yeah, he just kind of took the one-on-one. Really wanted to get that advantage. Not sure if he got the ult from that kill, but he has his ult for the retake now. Would have been even bolder if he had his ult and then took that one-on-one. Not gonna lie.
Which can very comfortably get them set up. There you go. The star of the show.
Yeah, we love Wingman in this house.
The little bro, he's got the plant in. He's bought them that little bit of time now as the clock moves into their favor. Rolling Thunder avoiding it at first. Mr. Fallen actually grabs a kill off of utility, and he's still standing strong down below. Captain on for another. Mr. Fallen still hasn't been rooted out.
Bro, they didn't want to use the Killjoy ult here.
Every single player shut down on the way to take that duel. Yeah, 11-7.
I would like to see it in the replay. I'm not certain of it, but I think Munchkin's ult actually hits Zeta up top. So he's unable to react to anything else. I think it goes across the site.
It was nice Yuto from FUT to stop this, obviously.
At the same time, but it looked like it went through initially, and it just gave them that extra bit of time for a more disjointed take. So again,
any smokes on short or long there?
It just can't happen when you're facing off against FUT in a post-plant situation. And well, look at this from Sire, straight through, looking to try and take this round, but the counter you feel hit by a paranoia and a bullet
look how many people they had ready for this.
Got a lot to play
Dude,
with
they're
in this
still
round,
fighting.
continuing the push, and they almost lose another life. Carpe tagged desperately low.
Yeah, left on 35, lockdown still in his back pocket. He'll be avoiding further fights. Phenomenal
2021 strat, yeah, it legit is.
Again, we see that discipline in play. Captain and Kiwi
used to do that all the time.
Extremities for the first 30 seconds or so, but now the squad starts to group up. They'll look for a new target to take down, and it looks like the C site is what they have their sights set on.
Not the best gun for Ban in this one, I'm not gonna lie to you. You would, that's nice though, that's a good bait.
I mean, that very much looks like that should be the only player here. They're not
Oi, you did fantastic to get that one though, like really nicely done. Get the ult on top of this as well, just out of range for that as well. Yeah, not the best ult we've ever seen either.
That looked like it was on.
It was just range.
Hey, Ban has made this one competitive. Started to come alive over the last
Can he make up with the shot though? Oh man.
Zeta just unable to connect. That's been
35 HP, has to somehow get one. Okay, that might be it. That might be the round. Might force them down to a really bad low buy for the last round, and it feels like they kind of have to win this 2v3 somehow. Mr. Fallon has ult. Modge gets killed. It's all.
Be online from that sort of distance, incredibly far away. But I think the position of Modge holds a lot more value. Someone they need to clear. Zeta has done well, though, but the trade is immediate. And now
Mosh
it's
has
let's
ult
go on
now.
to Munchkin.
Dude, so fine to use this ult. They know where he is as well.
Utility to work with, at the very least.
Window's probably gone for it,
Smoke
but
fading. There you go.
Look at the ults.
The Rolling Thunder will be committed. They're not risking anything in this 2v1. A stun through gives away his position.
nicely
Mosh
handled.
knows
And like I
exactly
said, money's
where to
pretty
look.
low.
And
5
another
chances
found
to
for FUT.
honestly
Same
have a
as
dominant
previous map
2-0.
now. The home stretch is in front of them. 1 round of the next 5 needed.
What are you buying?
They'll
What are
be
we missing? Some
shutting
smokes.
T1 out of this opening
I
series.
didn't see what
so
else we're
far,
missing. We're missing
the
something
squad
else.
of T1 only finding 11 rounds across it. Not enough to win 1 map.
Yeah, no, a really good sign for FUT. Like, we looked at them coming into this tournament after having close games at Tokyo versus the likes of Attacking Soul, losing to DRX, who definitely looked shakier. That was, I think that was before they actually subbed out
Missing a drone.
Foxy as well, so a great sign
Omen
for them
ult
thus
straight
far.
over
And
towards the
Captain,
site. Wait, he stuck
actually
it.
just gonna stick that all the way through. He did. He held it.
Oh.
He went onto the site and just found an opener. No fear in this man's heart. They've still got a couple
Killjoy
of
ult as
positions
well?
that they need
Oh
to clear.
man.
The lockdown's
No.
going to make things more awkward in the position.
It's actually a really good Killjoy ult.
Serious
Really,
damage.
really good.
They're just going to back out of there. So much time on the clock that they don't need to risk it.
Oh, okay, 1 player detained. There was only space for Ada Captain. Couldn't fit 2 players in the safe corner.
The longer they kind of wait, the more question marks create.
A 3 players here. I thought FUT were out, like fully out, once Cracks didn't go for the plant with the wingman. Once the spike went running back all the way down a long. And indeed, they will be changing direction, but very, very slowly from the shadows. Spots 1 player, but yeah, you're starting to get the idea that they're rotating. If you're on the side of T1, the plant coming
Lil
through,
Bro's
will
got this
confirm
one.
that.
Don't worry. Not need for any help here.
Boom. That's how we do it.
It's
Try to
throwing
very
off
quickly
the
on it.
barn
They're
as
gonna try
well.
and defuse this
It's all up
already,
to ban
tapping it
smokes.
immediately and causing this utility to
Mr.
start
Fallon has
being
a...
thrown
Okay,
out.
well, there we
How
go.
has Cracks
And that's it,
found that?
confirmed pretty much. They got a small
A
window where
nail
they can
in the
get half,
coffin
but...
for the squad of T1
no.
as Cracks picks up even
Damn,
more.
this was really
The flank
dominant.
is on its way,
They were
and that
really,
will do
really
it.
dominant. FUT looked
13
great
to
as well.
7.
FUT had a lot of
An
new
incredible
stuff.
debut for
A lot
the
of new
side
stuff. It
FUT.
felt like there was a
They
bit of
take
an
their
aim
opening
diff,
series
bit of a
2-0,
strat diff,
barely breaking a
and
sweat.
T1 were
The
just very
first
one-dimensional.
Turkish team to make it
And
here to champions. We've had individual players
kinda
here
played
and there,
perfectly.
but they're the first full squad to do it, and what a debut.